Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers.
I don't know what you're doing.
I want you to
right
get
now,
your mouse.
I want you to check me out.
And I want you to check me out.
Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things. You know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that done click the link, that done click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and yes, we are back for another live episode of the Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America. I'm so happy to be here with y'all on tonight, as they say in the old church, on tonight. And we are going to have ourselves a funky good time. I am really excited about tonight's show because it is definitely one of those shows where I really get to prove my point with some factual data. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you guys for clicking that like button. If this is your first time here, click the subscribe button as well. I'm going to get the chat up here on the screen, and we are going to get it popping. On and popping. Isn't that who made that song? Is that Lloyd? Gonna get it on, or is that Chris Brown? Oh, that's Chris Brown. On and poppin'. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, that's Chris Brown. Yeah, there we go. All right, so before we get started on the show, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Aaron Dean trial. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that was so they found him guilty, and I think it was manslaughter? Oh, I just took myself off camera. Why did I do that? And why did I just do that? Thank you. Turn that back on and turn that back on. And I wanted to turn that off. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, so what did you guys think? Do y'all think he got manslaughter? Do y'all think that was a fair decision? A fair verdict? Let me know what y'all think about that. I'll let a few go in the chat and let me know, and I'll tell y'all what I think. Um but yeah, it was a doozy, I guess. It was fair. Okay. Yep. See, he got manslaughter. It was fair. Well, you know, niggas, when it come to police officers shooting niggas, boy, they get mad. They get mad as shit. So they was upset. Them niggas was hot. So I get it, but I don't. But yeah, what did you guys think? If you guys thought it was a fair verdict, or if you thought it was unjust, you thought he should have got he should have got something else or stiffer sentence or whatever. But I don't know. Matter of fact, is this blowing the right way? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's right. But I personally think, Lance, did you say who? Goddamn, boy. You can take a nigga out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of this nigga sitting at home probably like, who? Who he talking about? Gotta love him. Ain't we lucky we got him? Boy, I tell you. What? What? Right. The verdict, motherfucker. Google it. Google Aaron Dean. Then you'll know what. That shit been all over the fucking news. Oh man. Yeah, but well, I definitely now I personally I would have been upset if he would have walked. That would not have been fair if he would have walked off that. But I do think that manslaughter was the right call because a lot of people don't realize that, you know, he didn't intend he didn't go there with the intention of shooting that woman. He did not. Now, did he do some bad policing? Hell yeah. And a person died because of it. But that wasn't his intention to go there to shoot her. Um and there's actually another video I'm probably gonna wind up doing tomorrow about the I don't know if you guys saw it or not. It's the guy with the axe. I think he was like a homeless dude or something, but the police officer pulled up, saw the dude with the axe, said one time, like dropped the axe, and then like shot him. And I believe he gave him the domey. I think he dome shot at him. And the thing about it is that the police officer was like, shit, maybe I would say at least 15 yards away, 15, 20 yards away, at least. And yeah, popped him. It was yeah, I was like, damn. But yeah, nevertheless, I'll probably break that one down tomorrow. But my thing is though with Aaron Dean is that it wasn't his intention to shoot her. He didn't go there with that intention. Now, the way shit turned out and the way shit happened, yes. He shot her, and like I said, he literally was not thinking about what he was doing, and that's no excuse. So that's why I believe he should have got manslaughter. Definitely thought he should have got manslaughter. And hey, your ass need to go to jail, get your time out, sit your ass down. Now, as far as the time, the sentence, yeah, the sentencing is tomorrow. Now, as far as the sentencing goes, I don't know about that because I mean, I think that with it being, you know, as much of a hot item as it is, I think that, you know, he don't need no long ass sit down, no 20 years or no shit like that. But I want to say manslaughter is maybe a 5 to 12 year sentence or 5 to 10 year sentence here in Texas. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know what the max is. Somebody could probably look that up to see what the max is for manslaughter. The max is 20. Yeah, he definitely don't need no 20. I would not. Yeah, he don't need no dub for no manslaughter. So, um, but maybe, you know, I don't know. Depending on what of course he don't have no record because he was a police officer probably, but I would say something that would be fair would maybe, you know, be, and you got to factor in good time and all that kind of shit that he would get. So I don't think they should do like no 2 years or no shit like that. No, I'd say get a nigga a 5 to 8 piece wing where he sit down for 5 to 8 years, something like that, because then he'll get out in like 4 or 6 or something like that. So if that's about right, I could see that. But yeah, the thing and the reason why I say that much time, because you have to realize that that woman was in her home and she was well within her right to have a gun. And the fact that he put himself in that situation and was walking around checking windows outside the perimeter doing a wellness check, and knowing that you're there for a wellness check, why would your first instinct be to shoot that gun? Then that was just total negligence on his part. And you should definitely have to do a sit down for that. So yeah, yep. Because I mean, if you was going there not knowing what's happening, not knowing what to expect, which is what a lot of people try to justify what he did as being, those that were kind of okay with what he did, you still have to be mindful of what it is you're doing. So if you are trying to be, safe, and you're trying to secure the perimeter, whatever, you should be peeking around corners and creeping up on windows as opposed to like walking clean in front and looking in. You should be really more of a cautiousness approaching windows and and doorways and things like that, as opposed to just walking up to the motherfuckers. So it is what it is, but that's just my 2 cents. But I would really hope that that, of course, I know we are the type of, we got that mob mentality where we want a pound of flesh, but if it was somebody that looked just like us that did the same exact shit, we wouldn't even say nothing, and we'd be talking that snitches get stitches shit. But whatever, we'll see what happens tomorrow, and then it is what it is at this point. But yeah, I definitely thought that it was definitely an accurate verdict of manslaughter, him being convicted of manslaughter. So, but yeah, I hope he don't get no 20 years and no shit like that. So, he said, what did Brandon say? You have to do that club shooting outside Northside Chi-Town. The shooting is on World Star. Oh wow, send that to me, Brandon. I heard about it, but I didn't see the footage. Send that to me. Let me take a look at that. So let's go ahead and let's get the party started. I'm going to go to my favorite part of the show, and then we will get started soon thereafter. So
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
alrighty. So this here, god damn it, I did not want to do that.
People call me Max. The media called me Mad Max.
According to Gelman, he was a mid-level drug
Oh
dealer
my
working
God.
in South Brooklyn,
That's what happens when
moving
you do
tens of
everything
thousands.
but get the video you're gonna use. All right, so I don't know if you guys have heard of this story, but I came across this watching some good old fashioned A&E, and this was one of the most astounding videos that I've seen. I was literally shocked at just what took place and how it took place, and it really pointed back and pointed out to me how important it is to, number one, I'm so thankful that I live in the state that I live in, because I love me some Texas. I love the gun culture here. You it really does matter where you live. It really does matter. And it's like, and my thing is too, and that goes both ways, because those people that are, I guess if you want to call it anti-gun, or those that, want stricter gun laws or whatever the case may be, I would suggest that those people go and live in those places that have them. But this is one of those places that has them, and I really would like for y'all to see the price that people are paying for this. The price that people are paying for this. Now, mind you, this took place in 2011. Okay, so I want you all to see what happened and how things unfolded, And like I said when I was posting this on the page and stuff, this is one of those instances where you can clearly see where a good guy with a gun makes a big difference. And not only does it make a big difference, but it makes a big difference to the point of where a good guy with a gun can save lives. And the fact that there are so many people that don't understand that, and they really don't even consider it until the rabbit got the gun and they staring down the barrel of that gun, or they're the one that's facing grave bodily harm or even death in this instance. It's like you those last moments when something like this is happening, you not only wish, you pray that somebody could step in and stop this person from doing what it is that they're doing. But because of gun control, or these just ridiculous gun laws and the red tape that they make you go through in order to even own a handgun, especially in New York, it's insane. Well, they're kind of like fighting it now, but it's insane with all of the stuff you have to go through. And only people that can really just fairly quickly get their hands on guns are celebrities, politicians, and rich folk. And that to me goes to show you how the system, if you will, it's geared towards having people, especially the everyday common folk and the poor folk, suffer. It's just that simple. You suffer. You're the lambs being led to the slaughter. You're the sheep, and the wolves will prey on you at will, and they won't be there, and no one will be there to help you. You are instant victims. You are consistent victims when you live in a society that is like that. And I don't understand why anyone would want to live in a society where they don't have the right to protect their lives and the lives of their loved ones by any means necessary. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But this is one of those instances where I'm going to really prove my point further than what I've done already thus far over these past few years. This is one of those reasons why it is so important for everyday Americans, everyday citizens, to be able to not only have the right to carry, but those that are trained should carry. This is why the Second Amendment is so important. It just is. And I know, people have make love to make jokes about the Second Amendment and love to say that we go too far. The pro 2As, they go too far, and they just gun crazy, whatever. Until your ass is in this situation, I guess you won't get it. But this is one of those things where it's like, this was a no-brainer. This is why people should have guns. This is why people should carry guns. And this is why people, when they're in those situations where their life or their loved ones' lives are on the line, this is just another reason why you should be in a position and be ready for people like this. Let's do this.
Thousands of dollars of cocaine and Oxycontin a week.
By his account, he became a successful.
Wait, sorry, forget. There we go.
People call me Max. The media called me Mad Max.
According to Gelman, he was a mid-level drug dealer working in South Brooklyn, moving tens of thousands of dollars of cocaine and Oxycontin a week.
By his account, he became a successful drug dealer. By other accounts, he was a user who did a little dealing to procure drugs.
But an early...
So this guy is pretty much comes off as a regular drug dealer, whatever the case may be, for whatever reasons, however he was doing, whether he was smoking and selling and smoking, getting high off his own supply, whatever you want to call it. That's what he was doing. And essentially what happens is that one day he's high, maybe a little too high, but he begins to tweet, and he's under the impression that the government, aka the feds, they have him under surveillance. And from that point on, he tries to go and get himself, he wants to leave town. He's like, well, let me get out of town for a few days, like out of the country. And he has to go to his mama's house to get his passport, of course, because grown folks, grown motherfuckers today, these young men raised by these single mothers, they depend on their mama to have all and take care of all their important shit and be the gatekeepers of all their important shit, even though they grown as fuck. But he has to go get his passport from his mama's house, and like I said, things begin to unravel from there. But it's really something. But I'm gonna give you a quick, brief synopsis of like what happened. Guy name is Maksim Gelman. Maxim Gelman. They call him Mad Max. Mr. Gelman, 24, pleaded guilty in November to fatally stabbing his stepfather and also killing a young woman who was an unrequited love interest, the woman's mother, and a pedestrian he ran over after stealing a car. That's pretty much what this dude did. 4 lives gone. In a 28-hour span, Mr. Gelman stole 4 cars, 2 by carjacking, and injured 4 people before the police arrested him on a Manhattan subway on February 12th. So he did 4 bodies and injured 4 people, all by within a 28-hour span. And it wasn't until his ass was down on the Manhattan subway that they called him. So that's just a brief overview.
February 2011, he becomes convinced the feds are onto him.
I went and purchased a kilo of cocaine, and when I was driving back on the Brooklyn Bridge, every car that was around me had official plates. All these cars were following me, and my cell phone was dying very fast, the battery. My text messages were messed up, and my cell phone was calling people by itself. At that time, I kind of put it together, the feds, so they tapped my cell phone and they were following me.
Tapped the cell. So he feel this is, I mean, and I don't know if it's true or not. If it was, fine. If it wasn't, it was of no consequence at this point. But this begins his whole mindset, and what he begins to think is what he needs to do is get out of town. I get it. But if you buying a kilo of cocaine, I'm quite sure you might be using some of it or whatever the case may be, but it is what it is. It's just the makings of a bad night, essentially. Once you got to go through all of this stuff, you see this happening and you don't have your go bag ready, you got to go put one together, and you already paranoid, this is what happens.
That night, Gelman claims he was paranoid and desperate. He comes up with a plan.
It's best that I just lay low and don't do anything from now on. So that night, I ordered some tickets to Dominican Republic.
But first, he needs his passport, and to say goodbye to the most important person in his life, the one woman he loved and trusted completely, his mother.
My real father died in Russia. I never even seen him. So 5 in the morning.
So there you go. 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, this is what we got going on. This is what we doing. And yeah, let's see how this works out.
Morning, I ended up going to my mother's house to get my passport.
Oh, I'm gonna stop the press for this. Shout out to my man Andre Hill. Hit your boy, hit that donate button. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. My guy.
I'm waking her up. Listen, I just need my passport. I got into some things, and I have the feds on me, and I have to lay low. And she thought I was drunk.
Gelman and his mother have always protected each other, ever since emigrating from the Ukraine when he was just 7.
So she takes my keys. You can't be driving. You've been drinking. I'm like, Mom, listen, this is serious. I gotta get out of here. And then my stepfather comes in.
Gelman despised his stepfather.
So this guy comes in stinking. This fat, ugly Russian with some dirty briefs and a gut. Talking
There it is.
all kind of obscenities in Russian. I was paranoid and I was angry. I don't want to hear it. So I stabbed him with a kitchen knife.
Just like that. Just like that. So there's instance number one where, hey, somebody gets stabbed, and the person who got stabbed, who's the victim, at this point, uh, has no weapon to defend himself. And here's my thing: 5 o'clock in the morning, you in the comforts of your own home, your wife, son comes in at 5 o'clock in the morning talking about he gotta go. Goodbye, mama. I ain't gonna see you no more for a while. I gotta go lay low because the feds is watching and all that shit. And it's like, man, I don't want to be hearing this shit, number one. I don't want to be dealing with this shit, number two. And it's like, you up in my house at the end of the day. It's like, no, I'm not gonna have you up in my crib making a fucking ruckus and going through all this shit. And you, man, if you need to just get your passport, leave. But if you not, you up in here all loud and shit at 5 in the morning talking about you drunk and you and all, man, no way. Nope. Nope. No. But I will tell you this: being an older man or old man, I ain't gonna talk shit to nobody. And I mean nobody without having my fire on me. As as what's the nigga name? My man Duval say. I'm gonna have my fire on me. I'm gonna talk all the shit in the world in my own house. I sure the fuck am, but I'm gonna do it with my gun. I ain't gonna be standing around with my hands in my pocket or standing around with my hands at my side talking crazy. Nope. But this is what happens. So talking crazy to him, 5 o'clock in the morning, dude already, like he said, I'm paranoid and I'm angry. That's a bad mix. Now you didn't get stabbed.
Begging for help, screaming for my mother. Sveta, позвони полицию. Call the police. He's killing me.
When the kitchen knife breaks during the attack, Gelman turns to a carving fork.
That's what we call in the black home the big fork. That big fork you use to turn your chicken over with. The big fork that you use to flip your pork chops with. The big fork that you use to hold the turkey as you carve the turkey, or to hold down the chicken as you carve the chicken. If you got a roast beef or something like that, is what it's the big fork. You got the two long forks on the end, long things on the end. That's what that is. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what he got after the knife broke. Yeah. He savaged than a motherfucker.
Mad Max stabs his stepfather a total of 55 times.
Bing bong, 55 times. 55 times. That's like the Michael Jordan double nickel at Madison Square Garden. 55. That means five. Five. Yes. As what's her name? Consuelo would say, five. No. No, need more lemon pledge. No, you buy. No. That's what he was saying. No. He tried to kill me. No. This is ridiculous. 55 times? Yeah, that's suffering.
My mother, she picked up the phone and I looked at her like she's not gonna call the police, and I kept stabbing him. I didn't think nothing of it. She picked up the phone and she called the police. And I was shocked. I was like, my own mother called the police on me. I love my mother. I would never hurt my mother. Took the keys and I left.
And that lets you know right then and there that he's not like crazy. He's just a savage motherfucker. Because so many times people try to chalk up, violent acts and just violent crimes as, oh, you ain't in your right mind, or he just went crazy. The fact that he was able to still rationally think and process the fact that, nah, it's my mama. Even though she called the police on me and she a witness and all that shit, I ain't gonna kill my mama. Nah, I'm gonna leave her. I'm gonna let her breathe. Meanwhile, this nigga in Melvin, they getting their baby boy on, and Melvin is losing like a motherfucker. He on the floor with 55 of them in his chest.
NYPD learns from Gelman's mother that he is driving a 2004 silver Lexus. They issue a BOLO alert to patrol units in Sheepshead Bay. As Gelman drives on, a twisted logic takes hold of him.
I realized I got the feds on me, and now I just caught a body, and I'm probably not gonna come home anytime soon.
If he's going down, he's not going down alone.
The people that were snitching on me, that are working with the feds, and people that have done things to me.
All these people, in Gelman's sick mind, must die.
And that's how easy it is for him. That's how easy it is. And here's my thing. This is something that I always tell. I keep saying this, and I hope that people will begin to grasp it and understand this. And once they do, that you'll think differently and you'll carry yourself differently. You never know what someone is going through. Therefore, you would never know what people are actually thinking. And there are a lot of times when people have had enough and they literally just sum everything up that's going on in their lives, that's wrong, that's bad, that's stressing them out, whatever the case may be. They sum it all up with 2 words. Anybody know what those 2 words are? When you've been pushed to the brink, you've been backed into the corner, your back is against the wall, you're at the end of your rope, the straw has finally broke the camel's back. What are those 2 words? Thank you, chat. That's why I love y'all so much. They just say, fuck it. That's why I say, fuck it. Boom, boom, for the first time in my life, I'm finally free. No mansion for me. I said, fuck it. No brand new Humvee. I said, fuck it. That's what people do. Shout out to Charlie Murphy. But that's what people will do. You don't know what the everyday pressures of life that people are going through and carrying on day in and day out. It could be something going on in their home life and they at work and they could just say, fuck it. It could be something going on at work. And when they get home, the wrong thing gets said or the wrong person do something and they can just say, fuck it. Look at what just happened with DJ Twitch from the Ellen Show. I still ain't heard not a goddamn reason why this obviously successful DJ just automatically killed himself, has a wife and 2 kids or 3 kids, and it's literally days before Christmas. Men don't do that. And I truly believe that it's something with either her, that wife got something to do with it, or he done did some fucked up shit that was bound to come out. One of the 2. He either did something that was just fucked up, or his wife was probably on some, oh, I'm going to leave you shit. I want a divorce and I want to take my half. I'm just, because it's like out of the blue like that, men in situations like that, I'm not going to kill myself and have my kids have to deal with that 2 weeks before Christmas. I'm just saying, I'm not going to do that. Most men don't do that. Most men don't do that. They not going, if a man gonna kill himself, he gonna get all of his affairs in order. And if he doing it for his family to benefit or something like that, or he just lost everything, a man will get all of his shit together and then do it. He ain't gonna do it day of Christmas. Yeah, I know it's Christmas Eve. I'm gonna kill myself. Nope. And you got kids. I'm just saying it's gonna and I don't know if it'll ever come out or not, but it's just like nah, man, nah, nah, something to that, right? Just like the Power Ranger dude. What? Why did he kill himself? Because of his fucking wife. There it is. And I'm just telling you, for him to do that that soon, that way during this time of year, man, he had to have felt like he lost or was going to lose everything. Just saying. You don't just cash out like that during this time of year when you have a family. Now, there's plenty of people that will do it that don't have no family. They don't have nobody, which is one of the reasons why I've always said that's why I like doing my anniversary show on Christmas, because it's like it gives those people who may not have family, it gives those people who may not have been able to come and go and be with their family to sit around with me for a couple of hours and man, talk about other stuff, do different stuff, just being able to get away and be around some people that actually give a shit, that are actually like-minded, it matters on a day like Christmas. It really does. And it's like and that's just one of those things that you got to realize about people during this time of year. It's tough for a lot of people, man. It really is. And I don't know why I've gotten off into this, but I guess it's very important to do. But it's like you have so many people, and hear this, that you don't even realize, people that you work with, people that you see at the gas station all the time, the people that you see at the grocery store all the time. Those people, there's so many people that's in your community that work at the cleaners that you go to, just anywhere, that literally, and I'm telling y'all this, have no one. They don't have nobody to talk to. They don't have nobody that they can, vent to. They don't have anybody that they can, just be around and hang around, and it's not stressful. They don't even have somebody that gives just two shits about them. Because we're so busy now in society, so busy using each other, hurting each other, fighting each other, fucking over each other. It's like finessing each other. That's what we do now. We're more enthralled and we give more attention to someone who's actually being hurt as opposed to helping someone that is hurt. So it's like those are the things that you really need to just consider and understand. It's not just, it's especially even more so during Christmas time, but you would be surprised at how many people have no one. You may think, oh, they got a family or they got their mama or whatever. You may think that, but you will literally be surprised at how many people don't have no one. Already are planning to spend the holidays by themselves. Already, already understanding the fact, man, maybe I can work on Christmas. Maybe I can go to work on Christmas because we are not meant to be alone. And especially during the holidays, some people don't want to be alone. See, thank you, Poco, for being transparent. He said, that's me. I'm telling y'all, when you hear people say things like check on your friends, it ain't just saying, hey, what's up, man? Sending that happy holidays text. It's actually picking up the phone and just talking to them. And that was even, and one of the things that I was always glad about when living in Chicago, and even when I moved to Michigan, it's like for the holidays, our house was always open. When I was working at Best Buy, I would tell people all the time, hey man, just letting y'all know, if you ain't got nowhere to go for Thanksgiving, you ain't got nowhere to go for Christmas, man, you can come over to my house, man. Come on by. If for nothing else, just to get a plate. because you honestly and truly don't know who's by themselves. And even and even back, especially in Chicago, it's like my mama's house was always open. We spent every Christmas together, and it was like, man, this is what we do. Everybody would come over, people would stop by, and you would always get those one or two people that would just stop by that you ain't seen in the longest time. It's like, oh shit, they just stopped by. It was good to see him, great to see him, but it's like you never know. And sometimes when you have the right type of environment and the right type of family vibe, sometimes that's just what people are craving. Let me go somewhere so I can laugh with somebody, auntie, laugh and joke with somebody's uncle. You know what I'm saying? It's like having that type of family that's entertaining, where y'all have a good time and ain't gonna be no drunk out, no fights and no stabbings and no shit like that. Sometimes that's just what people want to be around. I just want to be around somebody who's having a good holiday, Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever the case may be. So I'm just saying, when you have people that are dealing with so much, it's very easily just by the flip of a switch, like a light switch you turn on in your house, where somebody could just go from, hey, I'm trying to struggle with this and I'm dealing with this, to where they just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot everybody. Fuck it, I'm killing everybody. Fuck it, I'm gonna kill myself. It gets to that point, and when somebody just says, fuck it, usually people get hurt.
Why? Because they were rats.
Gelman's number one target, 20-year-old Yelena Bolchenko, a former friend who lives only 4 blocks from his mother's house. 10 a.m. At Yelena's house, it's the start of a usual day for her mother, Anna, who works out of her home as a travel agent.
Her mother opened the door, she invited me in, and I was like, where's Yelena?
Anna.
What did she do to him? What did she do to him? Did she cuss him out? Fuck you won't. Look what you coming over here for. Fuck your Russian ass doing on my doorstep. None of that. She's working from home. He comes by with his savage mentality, and he's like, hey, where's she at? She like, come on in. I don't know where she at, whatever the case may be. Let's see what happens to her.
Anna knows exactly where her daughter is. At a friend's house 2 blocks away.
I was like, where's Yelena? She's like, she's at work. I'm like, where does she work? And she wouldn't tell me. She was like, why are you asking all these questions?
It is.
She told me, she's like, okay, I'll tell you where she is. And she tried to trick me, and then she ran for the door. She opened the door, and there was a neighbor outside, and they're kicking the door closed, so he didn't see it. And she ran to the kitchen where she had like a wooden knife set, and I found the big knife. And I'm thinking, I can't get Yelena because she's not here. Might as well get her mother because she's the closest person to her.
If that ain't no savage shit, I don't know what the fuck is. If that ain't no savage shit, I don't know what the fuck is. So he's going over there to find his ex-girlfriend, bitch he used to deal with. And now in his mind, he like,
This bitch got me.
He just gonna kill her. He goes to her house. She's not there. What does he do? I want to hurt you more, bitch. I'm gonna kill the closest person to you. I'm gonna kill your mama. Kill your mama. Just that he just like that. He just decided, I'm gonna kill your mama. I'm gonna kill your mama. That woman was working at her house, travel agent, whatever they get, in the comfort of her own home. And because she opened the door for this piece of shit, there it is. Didn't do shit, didn't have shit to do with their relationship, didn't have shit to do with him and her, wasn't fucking him, wasn't sucking him, wasn't doing nothing. She was literally just that girl's mama. And he like, fuck that. He's like, fuck that. Bitch, you gonna go. Here's my thing. Whenever the day comes and my daughter's dating, I'm gonna tell every last one of them motherfuckers that she go out on a date with, go to the show with, go to the movies with. Hey man, look here. That's my daughter. I ain't here to be your friend. I'm staying out the way until you become a problem. When you become a problem, I'm gonna be the solution. Show up to my house acting crazy and see what happens. Show up to my house talking about where's your daughter at. I'm gonna be like, boy, if she ain't told you, motherfucker, obviously she don't want you to know. But I won't be doing it barehanded. Oh no, 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 no. I ain't gonna be doing it empty-handed. I ain't gonna be talking crazy. Motherfucker, it's 5 in the morning. Nigga come knocking on my door, 5 in the morning. At the end of the day, I stays with the glizzy. I'm like, man, what the fuck you want? What you doing here? Not waiting. I'm waiting to see what he's gonna do. No, nigga, you better be watching to see what the fuck I'm gonna do. What you want? Fuck you want? Mr. Red, Mr. Red, where's your dog? Man, if you don't get the fuck off my porch, 5, 4, 3, 2. Count that nigga down like motherfucking like Janet Jackson in Rhythm Nation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pow! Fuck wrong with you? Showing up at my house talking about where's do you know where? Boy, I don't know shit, but this Glock and this motherfucking front dot sight on your ass. That's what I know. I know this motherfucking shockwave got some motherfucking double out buck in this motherfucker. I know that. I know where the whereabouts of this motherfucking shotgun shell gonna hit your motherfucking chest. I know that. I'm not giving a motherfucker a chance. In the infamous words of the young great poet Lil Wayne, I don't bust back because I shoot first. It's that simple. Because when a motherfucker show up and got this kind of balls, this is why people die. This is why people die. And this is why people die such a gruesome, terrible death. One of my biggest fears is to get stabbed with a knife. One of my biggest fears is to get stabbed with it. I don't even like needles. I don't even watch when they draw blood. I look away and be tapping my feet, tapping my hand, like, come on, bitch, come on, bitch. Sound like Luke. Captain D coming. Hurry up. Man. That's how I am. So it's like, I'm not gonna fucking give a motherfucker the opportunity. And I want that person to understand the fact that that's how I think. Hey, man, look. If you gonna go over there, first thing you gotta do is kill her daddy. Like, as soon as you open the door, as soon as you ring the door, you need to strap up and shoot as soon as he say, who is it? As soon as you hear that, you better shoot him because he ain't fucking around. He's not. And he will fucking send your ass home. On the long ride. He will send your ass up to that upper room.
The upper room with Jesus.
I pride myself at being a motherfucker's afterlife coordinator. Fuck with me if you want to. And you'll find out. Fuck around and find out. Like my brother Easy say, fuck around and find out.
Gelman stabs Anna with the big kitchen knife 12 times.
There it is.
While I was
That's 12.
stabbing her, she said, I'll never tell you who my daughter is. I drove by Kings Highway. I was looking for Elena's job. She worked as a dental assistant on Kings Highway.
Elena found her mother's body, called 911, and was on the phone in a quite hysterical tone.
The same time Elena is calling 911, Gelman decides to drive by Elena's house one last time.
Yep.
At Elena's house, She waits outside for police and fire rescue to arrive.
I pulled up in her driveway, and I had the knife tucked in my sleeve, so when I walked up to her, all her neighbors were outside. She ran to her neighbors, grabbed one of the neighbors' hand.
Yep.
One of the neighbors tries to intervene, and Max goes around him.
He was waving the knife, slashing at the neighbor's coat. The Elena's hooked on the back of him for dear life, saying he's gonna kill me.
So you see, that's the boyfriend right there. Here's another person. So now we're at the third person who, had they had a gun, would have had a way better fighting chance of stopping this guy. Especially the new boyfriend. Like, he should have been expecting this. One day this crazy motherfucker might come on over here. He really liked Yelena. And look at what happened. He really did. He came for her. He's about that life now. And he's not fucking around. His mindset is, his mind is made up. Oh, I'm gonna kill this bitch. And it's like, when you have, and it's just like this. For a man, if you see something like this go down, if something like this could happen, and just any man who got a girlfriend, what would you do if your girl's ex pulled up? Y'all been together for 2 weeks, or y'all been together for 2 years. What are you going to do if your girl's ex pulls up? Why would you not think that? It's like, for some reason, which you never know why, a motherfucker can just pull up.
Please help me, somebody. The neighbor's in the middle. They get into a wrestling match.
Gelman overpowers the neighbor and pushes him away. He then stabs Yelena with the same kitchen knife he used on her mother.
She took a couple of steps, fell down. I got back in the car. I backed up. Then I was like, maybe she's not dead.
Picked her up by her hair. He had cut her throat from side to side, tried to chop her head off.
And what were you doing, sir? Watching. Watching it all go down. Watching it all go down. Watching it all go down. Walking slow. Watching her get stabbed 50 times. You're just watching it. And that's just what it is when you don't have a firearm. When you choose not to carry a firearm. When you follow the gun laws, strict as fuck in your city or your state, and say, yeah, they said we can't have no guns because Bloomberg says we don't need them. Yeah, you're right. The billionaire who travels with private security says we don't need guns. I'm not going to carry mine. Yeah, the mayor, Eric, whatever the fuck his last name is, he said we don't need them either. So, damn, there it is. There it is. And this is one of those states where even today, some 11 years later, the criminals are still having their way with the citizens. They're still having their way, doing them in at will, by themselves, unchallenged, unchecked.
While Gelman is still stabbing her, fire rescue, responding to Yelena's 911 call for her mother's murder, approaches the house.
One fireman sees Max and chases him down the block.
But Gelman manages to outrun him and speeds off in his car.
And here's my thing. You're chasing the guy who just stabbed this woman to death, literally almost decapitated her. You're going to chase him down and do what? Get stabbed your damn self? Possibly be the next victim? Only, and I mean only, a Caucasian person would do this. Chase your ass down while you just stabbed the shit out of somebody and I ain't got nothing? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. What am I going to do when I catch you? Hey, you stop right there, you son of a bitch. I saw what you did, stabbing that girl like that. And I believe you probably stabbed her mom, too. Yeah, you wait right there. You're getting the goddamn police. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get the police here, and they're going to sort all this out. Because I've had enough of this bull malarkey. Yeah, okay. See, you next on Stabby McStabberson's list. New entry. There's no reason for you to follow after or try to apprehend somebody who's already shown you what they're capable of doing by assaulting a person. Well, in this instance, by this time, it's two people with a deadly weapon. Just like how you don't draw on a drawn gun. You don't chase a motherfucker down with a knife who just stabbed somebody.
Within minutes, patrol units begin rushing to Yelena's house.
Oh, finally, the police getting involved. Finally, the police got involved. And they still ain't there. Still ain't on time. Still behind. Still chasing after a motherfucker.
Gelman immediately abandons his Lexus in the middle of the street and approaches a nearby Pontiac. The driver has no idea he's facing a triple murderer.
I went to the guy, knocked on his window, said, "Excuse me, sir." The guy lowered his window. I jumped through his window, pulled out the knife. I told him, "Get the out the car." The guy just looked at me like I'm crazy. You know, he wasn't taking me serious.
Gelman stabs the driver twice.
Bing bong.
He jumped out the car and
he went straight GTA on this motherfucker. Before there was a GTA on this for this motherfucker. Give me your car, man. I said, give me your car. All right, you gonna act like you stupid and ain't gonna just gonna look at me? All right, let me hit you in the chest with these two motherfucking stabbies. Stab, stab. Now what? Alex, you crazy. She said they ought to call this motherfucker Willie Brown. Hey, Willie!
I drove away.
The 57-year-old man is taken to the hospital in critical condition.
He came fairly close to dying. He was seriously hurt.
But he manages to survive.
I just needed the cars. I didn't want to kill no innocent people. I needed to get around.
But you're stabbing them.
They're not going to give up the car just like that.
You hear that? I just needed the car to get around. Yeah, but you're stabbing them, sir. Hey. So all of y'all that got sympathy for these criminals, well, it's because of how they was raised, man. You never know. I get it, but you can't think like a civilized person when you're dealing with a savage. Only thing you can do with a savage is match that energy or outsmart them altogether. And a lot of times, because of the nature of this kind of shit, you can't do the latter.
At a nearby intersection, 62-year-old Stephen Tannenbaum is crossing the street.
I heard something, a noise on the roof. I didn't even see anything. All I seen was a crack in the windshield and the guy ended up flying over the car.
Pontiac that he had just stolen smashes into Mr. Tannenbaum.
Tannenbaum, a rare coin expert, is taken to the hospital where he is pronounced dead.
Yup. So he then stole the car, and then once he stole the car, he ran over another motherfucker and killed that person. And out of all of the people that's standing around watching this shit, because this is happening in broad daylight in the afternoon, like noonish, 12:30, maybe 1. All of this is happening. Nobody with a gun. And no police are involved yet.
Responding cops soon connect Tannenbaum's hit and run to Gelman. 12 hours into Gelman's rampage, darkness falls over Brooklyn. And
Darkness, everybody. Darkness is spreading.
I just laid in the car until it was morning time.
24 hours since Gelman's killing spree began. Queens, New York.
Car wouldn't start.
There it is.
By 8:35 a.m., Gelman is in Manhattan on a southbound train. NYPD quickly zeroes in on Gelman's train, one that's just pulling out of Times Square.
So all this time that done went by, and they still ain't got close to catching this motherfucker yet. And I mean, they still ain't got close to him. And I'm not hating on the police. I'm just saying because it takes time to try to track somebody down. But this is another reason why the safety for your own personal safety and the safety of your loved ones, those that are around you, it's nobody else's responsibility ultimately but their own.
Somewhere between 34th Street and Times Square, the police realize that they are close to him.
They immediately radio the motorman of the train.
Then they stop the train and there's an ongoing police investigation.
Gelman realizes he's been spotted and is cornered on a train stopped between stations.
There it is.
So I jumped off the train into the train tunnel, into train tracks, and I seen the police were entering with the flashlights. I had my knife in my jacket tucked in.
Gelman is trapped. Then he sees a possible escape. A train slowly moving in the opposite direction.
I jumped onto the moving train in between cars.
Hold on, what are you saying? Brian, do you agree? What's your answer?
I went to the conductor's booth, knocked on the door. I said,
Why don't? Oh,
this is
I got
official
you.
business.
I see it.
Open the door. This is official business. And because that way they think, you know, there's some kind of emergency and they would open the door like I'm one of them. So if I get the conductor, you know, I'll put the knife to him and I could hijack the train to get out of there.
You see what his intention was. And I'm telling y'all like this dude is not crazy. This is just literally a calculating motherfucker. That's all he is. That's all he is. He's not, he's a psychopath. And that's why, nope, he's just a motherfucker that said, fuck it. I'm choosing carnage. Everybody's suffering. Everybody's going to suffer. I'm going to hurt as many people as I can. Anybody in my path, I want to hurt them.
And I said it even louder. This is official business. Open the door right now. And the cop opened the door. So I took out the knife. I went to stab the police officer. I missed him by like an inch.
So you would think that cop opens the door on the train, jig is up, I'm done. Might give up. Hit him with the Jar Jar Binks, and then we're gonna put these bracelets on. Nope.
Went to stab him in the stomach. He slammed the door right away. And this bold guy was all nosy what was going on. He was right there. He was staring at me.
The bald man is 6'3", 270-pound Joe Lozito. Lozito throws Gelman off balance. Together, they fall on the subway floor.
And he's behind my head doing this to the back of my head. And I'm hearing him grunt. I'm hearing him going, Now I have blood pouring out of both sides of my neck.
This dude is just fucking relentless. Anybody getting it. Getting this motherfucker's way, he gonna give you this business. Dante G says, I used to not like guns. I got one now, Glock 19 Gen 5. Congratulations. Congratulations. All I can say is better sooner than later. What took you so long? Whatever the case may be, but glad you got it now.
During the fight, one of the officers in the conductor's cabin sees an opening.
And while I was stabbing him, the police officer came out, he pulled out the gun. Cop was a big guy, you know, pointed the gun at me, but I was still stabbing the guy, so he put the gun away back in his holster, and he grabbed both of my arms. He overpowered me. And that's how they caught me.
Now there are plenty of people that's gonna say, now see, if he was a black man on the train, he'd have just shot his ass. That may be true. My point is this: that officer put his life in danger. Why not shoot this motherfucker? You holster your gun. And I mean, if you see this dude fighting and he ain't stopping to stab that dude, I mean, getting up point blank range and busting on his ass. I don't get it. But officer fucked around, could have got his ass, the other officer stabbed too. That's what happened. And I'd have been like, motherfucker, if you don't shoot this motherfucker, just like that police officer on the CTA train, down there with that woman partner, female partner, they trying to arrest this dude. Dude got this big dump, this dude big as hell, got dumb strength. I mean, just a strong motherfucker. Started get to tussling with the male officer. He begins to get overpowered. You know what the female officer does? She's tapping him on the back like, stop, let him up, let him up. Dude is like, man, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. He's literally like, shoot him, shoot him. That's what happens.
After 28 hours, 4 murders, 4 wounded, immeasurable mayhem, chaos, and destruction, the cold-blooded killer is finally apprehended in Times Square. Gelman pleads guilty to 4 counts of murder and multiple counts of robbery, assault, and carjacking.
I was like, I wouldn't want to be in a mental hospital for the rest of my life because there's people that are really mental.
Did you hear that? There are people in this life that are really mental. Unbeknownst to him, he's fucking one of them. But you know what they wound up doing? What they get? How much time they gave this motherfucker? They gave him a 200 piece, 200 years. 200 years sit down. I get it. Let me run this commercial real quick. We'll wrap it up in just a minute. But he got 200 years. Now, was that fair? I think so. They said it was like 25 years for each person he killed. And then they gave him another 100 years on top of the shit he did, you know, just for coming in today and being in the house of the Lord one more time. We're going to bless you with this other 100 years. But my thing is this. When you look at what this dude did is one thing. I get it. But when you look at the fact that on 4 other occasions, someone died because they didn't have the proper tool to defend themselves, that's what's eye-opening. Bong, bing bong. That's what's eye-opening. And why in 2011, why people weren't looking like, well, damn, if just one of these motherfuckers had a gun, they probably could have stopped this guy. Out of the 4 people that he killed, if one of those 4 would have had a gun in that situation, that dude probably either wouldn't have did it at all or he would have been stopped. It's just the laws of averages. One of those 4 would have stopped his ass. Just saying. Just saying. Now, there was a question in the chat I was going to answer, and that question was why you do not draw on a drawn gun. Well, the reason is this, and the logic behind it is this. The odds of you defeating a person that has a gun drawn on you are slim to none. If that person is there to either do you harm or that person's there to do somebody else harm and he has a gun drawn before you do, unless he's fixed on the other person and you can do it inconspicuously and pull your gun, somebody come up to you, gun in your face, might give up. Just what it is. Because you're pulling your gun on that drawn gun, it's just going to increase your chance, well, decrease your chance of survival that much more. Right, exactly, Alex. He's already ready. He has the advantage. He just does. So it's like if you can get in a different position to where you can draw your gun, that's one thing. Depending on how much time this guy's spending in the area that has a gun, that's another thing. But if you don't have a gun already drawn and he draw that gun on you, hope you get another opportunity to draw yours. Other than that, don't force it and don't try to be the hero in that sense, because you'll probably wind up being the one getting shot and not making it. Just saying. Even if he got it on you and he look over here or something, if you try to grab him, try to get the gun away from him, if you try to pull your gun, it's an instant, just simple, basic reflex to pull that trigger. And if he already got sights on you, he already got the barrel aimed at you, you're more than likely going to get hit and you're going to suffer a severe gunshot wound to the fill in the blank. So that's why we don't draw on drawn guns. Now, are there potential exceptions to the rules? Yeah, to some degree, but it shouldn't be because of if that exception to the rule, it shouldn't be. The exception to that rule should be where there's just a bunch of circumstances that's leading to you saying, hey, this person did this, then they did that, and that gave me the opportunity. Not somebody called him and said, hey, Frank, and he looked over, and that's when I tried to draw my gun. Nope, you're probably going to get shot. You're probably going to get shot. If he's drawn that gun on you for a specific reason, asking you for money, asking you to open up some shit, asking you for your car keys, or in a terrible case, asking you for some pussy, give it up. Give it up. Because you trying to go for that gun, it's only going to escalate the situation. And in that instance, you're already on the losing end, and more than likely, you're going to wind up getting the business in if you try some dumb shit. Right. Exactly, Alex. Most women, you done fuck one or two ain't shit niggas in your life, or another one ain't gonna make a bit of difference. Just saying. When you're putting on the scale of you giving up the pussy and letting him take the pussy, or you living, trust me, your pussy has allowed much more, many more, plenty more in some instances, ain't shit motherfuckers into them walls. This one ain't gonna hurt you. Get a pussy up. Just saying. She said, I'll already be offering it. That's your first reflex, huh? That's your motherfucker pull a gun on Alice. She gonna be like, look, I got this pussy for you. Come on here, you can have it. Just don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Say, Mr. Wait, please don't shoot. Don't shoot me. Hit her with that R. She gonna hit her with the R. Kelly. But hey, I get it. I get it. Shit. I mean, hey, maybe motherfucker be like, you know what? I should shoot this bitch, but she got ass though. All right. I'm gonna let you go. But I'm shooting that other motherfucker over there. So let me shoot him, then we can do our thing, and then I'll let you go. Just what it is. But I'm just saying you don't draw on a drawn gun because the time it takes, and we're talking about a matter of seconds, that it would take for you to be able to draw that gun, aim that gun, pull the trigger, and put a kill shot on that person, slim to none. Which is why the rule is don't draw on a drawn gun. That shit rhymes. I should be a rapper. Mm-hmm. And I know, having sex can be a very intimate thing, and if you don't want to get raped, then say, look, I can suck your dick if you just let me live. There you go. that's a little less invasive, if you will. Just say, look, I give you some head, nigga. Just don't shoot me, please. Just saying. Hit him with the crackhead move in motherfucking Menace to Society. I suck your dick. Hey, you do it for some crack, you can definitely do it for your life. It is what it is. But that's pretty much the idea behind that, and that's why they say that. That's why that standing rule is the way that it is. For those of you that are watching this now, please click that like button, click the subscribe button, and click that donate button. I really do appreciate each and every last one of y'all. This has been a great show. Anybody got any more questions as I wrap up and close out for tonight? I would just say this while I'm wrapping up. If you got any more questions, and put them in the chat real quick. But I would say this. The biggest takeaway that I got from this, and even though I'm somewhat desensitized just from the whole murdering aspect, but the biggest thing that I got from this, I'll check about my email after the show, Brandon. I'm quite sure I did. If you sent it to my Gmail, I'm quite sure I did. But I would say this: if the biggest thing that I take away from this, aside from the unfortunate event of those people that lost their lives, but my thing is there's so much room for this to have potentially have been either only one person dying, where all four didn't have to die and the other four got injured. It could have been resolved a lot sooner if there would have just been, number one, a constitutional carry, or the ability for people to carry their guns, or also some well-trained people with a firearm that's willing to use it and willing to be sheepdogs. Just saying. Just saying. When you have the opportunity for people when you have the opportunity to have good guys with guns, your odds of having not necessarily any victims, but multiple victims are drastically decreased. Just like the guy at the Amazon spot. So three Amazon contractors at work in the parking lot. One of the contractors got into it with this other contractor. They got into it, or he came up there and they're saying that he believed that he was going up there to kill the person or to even do a mass shooting. But they got into it. Shots were fired. A third Amazon contractor saw what was happening, pulled his gun out, and killed the guy. Killed the guy. Saved his life. Saved the person who was arguing with him or whatever, that person's life, and potentially could have thwarted a mass shooting. Imagine if you would have heard today, 17 people were shot and killed at an Amazon facility today. It's like shit. Right, UFO. Rittenhouse would have known what to do. You have to be prepared for this kind of stuff. And that was my biggest thing with Kyle Rittenhouse. People say, but he shouldn't have did that. He had no right, man. Fuck that. Y'all motherfuckers chasing me and y'all got a gun. Y'all motherfuckers chasing me. Tell me y'all gonna whoop my ass. How about I put this 223 on and vaporize your arm? How about that? Change that whole outcome. That whole situation got changed because a motherfucker was willing to say, no, you ain't just gonna get it that easy. You thought you was just gonna take it, huh? You have to realize that the good guys with guns matters. Maybe that'd be a great t-shirt. Good guys with guns matter. I got people chasing me down the street. One is trying to take my gun. The other one's trying to bust me upside the motherfucking head, trying to hit me with the Skeeter Mills, bust me upside the head with the motherfucking skateboard. How about I hit this motherfucker with this 5? Whoa, he just vaporized my arm. Yep. And your boy dead. I shot him in the chest, Charlie Murphy. He's bleeding inside his chest. I'm not gonna let you hit me upside the head with a motherfucking skateboard. But that ain't no gun. No, I don't give no fuck. You ain't gonna Skeeter Mills me. Nope. I'm gonna motherfucking Skeeter Mills you. I'm gonna Skeeter Mills your ass. I wish a motherfucker would chase me talking about what they gonna do to me. Over my dead body. Literally. Literally. So, hey, Big Timer says my high point would lay all these motherfuckers down. Yep. You right. Your high point sure would. It sure would. That high point boy is a high piece of bullshit. If somebody offer me a choice of weaponry, say, hey man, you can take this high point, I'm gonna be like, stop right there, give me whatever other option there is. That's whatever it is. You say it's a tennis racket, yeah, I'll take it. A softball, yep, I'll take it. Motherfucker say, hey, you take this motherfucking high point or take this skateboard. Give me the skateboard. I'm going to do more damage, and I know the skateboard going to work. So, hey, made out of more quality. You get more quality out of a skateboard than you do out of a high point. Just what it is. They do look weird, verse, and they are weird. Yeah, give me the big fork. Like King Jen said, give me the big fork. Hand me that knife. Give me that newspaper. Hand me that plastic bottle. I'll take that. I'll take it. Yep. Take my chances. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show tonight, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, man. Please click that like button, click that subscribe button, click that share button, and click that goddamn Cash App. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Till next time, peace. And I'm out. What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do 2 things. What are those 2 things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's 2 of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything. Politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff. Anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it. So come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.